Welcome to Live, Let, Thrive, a podcast about the Airbnb life, the share economy, and everything in between. Here are your hosts, Micah and Steve.
Hello, hello, hello
And welcome back to another exciting episode.
of Live
Let
Thrive.
Thrive.
What is up, Micah, man?
I am chilling, Stevie Stacks. How you doing?
Oh, good. It's been a minute. It's been a long time.
Yeah, it has.
Yeah, I just had the Mexico trip, and now I'm back. And now we're back to recording again and getting to it because the STR world needs us.
Yeah, man. STR world is on fire right now.
Well, it's good fires and bad fires, right? So here we go. This is episode 161 of your favorite Airbnb, VRBO, Home Away, Turo, Lyft, Uber, all that stuff. Share economy podcast in the world. And we're coming at you from Fort Worth and Arlington, Texas. And we're going to get into it.
DF dub. Let's go.
Let's go. The state of the STR world. Everybody and their mama's jumping in, man.
Yeah, it is. And apartment complexes are catching on. They're putting in 30-day minimum stays and everything else. So you got to get creative. But how's everything been on your end? Because I know you and Federico have been picking up units, right?
Yeah. We got a total of 6 altogether. So yeah, so we kind of hit a little bit of a, I won't say brick wall, because I've been, he's over there in Buenos Aires, running the operation from over there. I'm I was going pretty strong and heavy for a while, going to see apartments in Dallas every week. And the frustrating part, I'll go ahead and say what's worked best for me is dealing with the individual mom and pop owners of these condos, stuff like that, because they're, apartment complexes are hard, man. It's getting really hard. As soon as they know the game now. You can't trick them with the wording anymore, because you're talking about Airbnb. Well, so they either they hop to that right away, or they say, no, that's fine. We allow that here. Yeah, we'll let you get as many units. And then, corporate, yeah, they said that you can't do that here. I'm like, God dang it. What are you wasting my freaking time for? So I've on my end, and you're going to talk into this more. I know you are, about having how important business credit is, because I don't have that yet. And on my end, it's getting really, really hard to convince apartment complexes to let you do this if you don't have established business credit LLC, And so and I think the next phase will be even hard for those people, because I don't know. It's just they're hip to the game now, and there's got to be a different approaches, different ways to get your foot in the door. So you might be able to talk on that a little bit.
Yeah. You got to definitely have business credit. You definitely got to be structured correctly. When you're pitching, because I just said this on a Clubhouse call, I'm out of the pitch game. In my last 10 that I picked up, I had 0 participation in the pitch. The pitch is now outsourced. I partner with people, they pitch it. I just come in as the backup guy, the guy who signs the lease and the paperwork, and we go. But as far as the pitch goes, the pitch is still good. It's just you have to know. I think the pitch is getting hard because people don't realize that they're a short-term rental accommodation company, and they are not an Airbnb company. So when they say no Airbnb, that should be fine to you, because not only do you get clientele through Airbnb, but you're not even going to mention Airbnb to them. You're going to show them your direct booking website and show them that you have your own clientele base. Tell them who you work with and who you serve. Straight out of my guy Jay Massey's book. But that's the thing on pitching it to the apartment complexes. Most people hear no Airbnb, they freak out. But you have to realize you're not an Airbnb company, you're a corporate housing company, and you have clientele outside of that. And this goes to, you need to be building a brand outside of Airbnb. You need to have your own direct booking site. You need to have your own clientele base. And let me just tell you, and I'll tell you the benefit of doing that. So the other day, we got an email from a corporate golf company, a golf advertisement company, and they partnered with our company in Arkansas for the golf courses in Jacksonville, Arkansas. And I was like, man, how did you find this? I got on the phone with him. His name's Jared. I talked to him, and he was like, I was just going through companies local companies, and you guys came up. And I'm like, oh, and I was like, that's how you found me? He said, yeah. And he was like, do you serve any other locations? I said, I have Houston, Dallas. And he was like, look, I can plug you into those golf courses too. And that's going to be a total of 12 golf courses for $4,000. We're going to be the headline of around the golf courses. We're going to have our board up. So that is the power of branding yourself and advertising for yourself. So now I can, so you know who plays golf, rich white dude. So so I can now change that as one of my target avatars. So when I go to an apartment complex, hey, I work with the local golf courses around here, and the people that come to town that need to play golf, they have a place to lay their head, and I serve that community. So that's just about of how you pitch it. So it's all about how you pitch it, and you can definitely pitch and get a yes. Now, are they more hip to it? Yes, they are more hip to it, but you just have to be a little bit more creative, and you need to look apart. Because most people, they're walking in there, they ain't got no website. They just have, little landing page that's got to get cut out right now. You got to be look apart. But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. But me, I'm out of the pitch game, man. I don't like pitching. I like set up and get the rolling, put the systems in place. So yeah, I'm out of the pitch game. So I got lucky to partner with people. And if you really want to pick up units, man, partner with people. That's really what you got to do. That's all.
That's golden advice right there. Are you looking to pick up more arbitrages?
Oh man, I'm about to sit still for a minute, dude. I'm like right now, I'm kind of stressed. We're furnishing 6 right now. We got 5 in Dallas, 1 in Arkansas. So we're furnishing those up. We're trying to have 1 done by this weekend. And then the rest of the 4, I'm gonna have Sarah's crew do. Sarah and Becca, I'm gonna have her crew do the setup. Well, they're gonna do a remote setup. And now I have a guy who will set everything up as long as everything's in the apartment. I kind of found I remember I was telling you guys I was having trouble. How do you automate the setup? So I kind of figured out a way. I was like, so what we do is we order the locks, give Amazon a code to get in, and let Amazon put all of our packages inside. Then we have a setup guy come in behind it, open up all the packages, take inventory, and then set the unit up. And that's how we're doing them. But yeah, we're just, man, I'm running into, speaking of business credit, I didn't have enough. So I'm in one of those situations where I'm kind of like, getting creative, So I was talking with my mastermind group, and they showed me some creative ways to get additional financing. A place called Divvy, Divvy. And they do business credit. It's all on the business side. So it's business charge accounts. So I'm getting real creative and learning a lot. When you put your back against the wall, you put pressure on yourself, you're either going to fold or make diamonds. So, I'm forcing myself to make diamonds. So that's pretty much where I am. But yeah, man, the apartment play is still good. Partner with people, find somebody who's trying to pick up like 20 units and can't take them on by themselves, and partner with them. That's how I've been doing it. I just had a yes on the arbitrage. I would be furnishing 7 right now, but I passed one off to a friend of the show who was in the local area of where I do arbitrages and where I own. So I passed it off to him, and he hit the ground running.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Mikey B? Mikey B?
No. I partnered with him. I'm talking the different one. Yeah, Michael Brown. We partnered on 7 out in Dallas. So I have 5. He took 2, and I took 5 2-bedrooms. So, but once these are up, man, I'm gonna chill for a minute, focus on building up my business credit a little bit more, and getting like additional financing, like home equity lines of credit. Because I don't know if I told you guys, but Mahogany plans on putting in her 2 weeks next month. So, yeah, man. A lot of good stuff coming.
Nice. So were you setting up the units too? Were you doing the setups too?
What you mean, the setups?
On the ones in Dallas, were you helping set them up?
No, I haven't really been helping set them up. I had to help move because we traded in. We took one of the condo places. So I helped call the movers over, and I had to like instruct the move from the storage over there to the actual place.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah. So right now I'm trying to see if I can outsource this setup as much as possible.
Right. That's cool. Outsource it all, right?
If you can.
And you said something about you're going to buy like 6 or 7 properties coming up, or what happened?
Yeah, my goal after these 5 are up, the 5 arbitrages, I want to buy 7 houses, see if I can get 7 of them, and then that'll put me at 10. I own 10, and then, go from there.
Now, do you think that arbitrage could be like a distraction from you purchasing?
Not at all. I picked up these 5 and I closed on a house on Friday. So
wow!
And let me and I'm happy you bring that up. And that is very, very important. This is the matter of splitting your business from your personal, because I can purchase on the personal side and then still do arbitrage on the business side. So nothing affects anything. And then when I get the house in my name, I lease it to the LLC, and then the LLC is now in charge of getting it up and running, and it's now on the business side again.
I love that.
It's all about really just business. Business structure is huge. And matter of fact, speaking of Michael Brown, we need to have him back on here because he really opened my eyes to stuff like after this snowpocalypse, which is also a great way to get deals right now. A lot of these apartment complexes, they're all effed up because of the snow. And a lot of the pipes, they're still getting everything back up and running. We actually have a friend out in Grand Prairie. They just literally got the water back on last week from all that because of how bad it is. But that's how we got this good, sweet deal up in North Dallas. They got hit by that storm. A lot of people left the apartment complex and they needed leases. But speaking of Michael, what he made me think of was creative insurance strategies. So I decided to go ahead and start using proper. These 5 I'm using proper on. But what I've decided to do with my ones that I own, I found a way to put double and triple coverage on the places. So what I did was, most of the time when people own property and they try to Airbnb it, they're short-term renters, they just simply go try to get proper and have proper escrow, put proper on as the main insurance. So what I did was I was like, okay, if proper is mainly for vacation rentals, we don't really live in a vacation rental market. The places I have aren't really in vacation rental markets. So I use regular homeowners insurance. After I put the regular homeowners insurance, that's for me, the owner. I lease it to the LLC and I let the LLC put proper on there. So now I have 2 layers of insurance for direct bookings in particular. And I have loss of income from proper. And if anything goes wrong, roof leaks, all that, I have my regular homeowners insurance. And proper, I think, covers that too. And if you have an Airbnb guest, you get their coverage on you as well. So I've been really learning a lot about business structure as well. I never thought about on the ownership side. Because your goal for your business is to be a rental arbitrage business, even if you own. Because you need to be renting it to your LLC. And I talked to my CPA about it. He goes, yeah, that's the fastest way to pay yourself is to have your LLC paying you rent every month. So I was like, oh,
wow.
Yeah.
That's freaking sweet.
Yeah. So go ahead.
So let's say, for example, so I have these 6 with Federico, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and of course they're in my name because I didn't have the business credit or whatever. Could I go ahead and turn around after I leased it from them, from the individuals or what apartment complex? Mm-hmm. Could I go ahead and sign a lease over to Argist Rentals, like for the remainder of the term, like like you said, renting it to myself, and then let Argist Rentals rent it out to other people?
Yes, but it's a little bit different because you're now. Do you have a subleasing clause in your contract?
Yeah, I can sublease.
Okay, so you do. Okay, so yeah, you could technically rent it out to Argist, and then Argist pays you whatever you want them to pay you, and then you let Argist run the short-term rental side.
That's so cool.
Yeah, so like what you like for, and this is something that I'm just now. I knew it, but I wasn't implementing it. Now I'm implementing it. I'm like, oh shit, my personal cash flow went up, because that's what it's supposed to do. So your house, let's say your house, and I think, where was it? Hearst. Mm-hmm. When you were operating it, you should have leased it to a LLC. Let your LLC be on Airbnb. That's the face of your company. Let that run it. And then it pays you whatever you want. Like it's just a traditional rental. Like you want them to pay you $1,200 a month. They pay you $1,200 a month. You take that cash flow, put it in your pocket. This is the best part. Most of the time when you're a long-term rental, you got to keep all this reserves on hand. But guess what? Your LLC got the reserves and they got the insurance to protect you if something happens because you get loss of income from proper.
Oh, shit.
Man.
Proper insurance, man.
Yeah.
I need to dig into that. And it's not even that expensive, right?
No, not really. I mean, compared to like you're doing short-term rentals anyway, so no, it ain't that expensive.
It's like $30 a month or something.
Yeah, well, it might be a little bit more than that. Ours is a little bit more than that. Those 522s, it was a little bit more than that. But I mean, You ain't paying it anyway. It's coming out the LLC's pocket.
All right, so let's exactly. Let's slow it down for the guests. I mean, for the listeners right now. So, you get you a house, or apparently you get you an arbitrage. You go
I haven't
work
done
out
it
a
on the
deal.
arbitrage route, though. I haven't done it
Okay,
on the arbitrage route.
but I don't see why it would matter because I sign leases with people that rent it from me. That's on the sublease, right? I
Yes.
like a travel nurse comes to town for 3 months. I get a lease signed with them. And then so they sign a lease with me. I'm renting from Stephen Suarez, and so anyways, that's my question. So why not just rent? Okay, I rent it from the individual or the apartment complex. Now I signed a lease with them. Now I have in the clause I can sublease, and I'm just gonna sublease the whole rest of the term to Argus Rentals LLC. So now they're renting it from me.
Correct.
And so I'm getting paid from the LLC.
Mm-hmm.
And of course I'm paying the apartment complex, whatever. I'm throwing proper on top of that.
Mm-hmm.
And so and then the LLC subleases it.
Yeah.
they lease
for
it.
you.
Exactly. And then you get a third party involved, which there's companies out there that track your rental history, your rental payment history.
Mm-hmm.
And they give you and it raises your credit. So if incredible, that's what it's called. Incredible, because there's a few of them.
Yeah.
Incredible, and you pay them what, like, I don't know, $5 or $10 a month if for the service, something like that. It's cheap. Incredible, and then and so they're tracking every single month for this 12-month or 18-month or whatever you sign lease. Hey, Argus Rentals is paying on time every time, first of the month, their rent. So you're building business credit that way. Even though the apartment complex wouldn't let you put it in the LLC because they, you don't have business credit yet. Yet you're piggybacking on top of your own self to build business fucking credit. This is brilliant, man. See, we're blowing people's minds right now, Micah. Do you realize this? I know you're like 20 levels ahead, everybody. You gotta slow down sometimes. Say, oh, wait. There's some listeners here that are feverishly in their car writing this shit down.
I hope y'all in your car writing this shit down. Pull over.
Yeah, I think we're the most pulled over show there is, right? Well, we are minorities.
But yeah, I mean, it's just so many different ways of being creative. Because I was just like, man, he really Mike. Shout out to Mike because he made me really sit out and think about that. He's like, man, we gotta and I think you said it too after the snowstorm. We're like, dude, we gotta start rethinking insurance because Texas can't take snow. It just simply can't. You know what I mean? They don't have the infrastructure for it.
Man, yeah, we saw that. We can't do like a whole week straight of negative degrees anyways. No, we can do a couple days, maybe. That's it.
Yeah, because like even these units we got, like I'm saying, like half of these units, they're still tore down, man. Like we're getting the units that were messed up that they already fixed. The ones that are still broke down, like I started telling people, man, if you want to go to Dallas and pick up units, bro, it's some desperate people out there. And then I talked to one of the neighbors. And she was like, she told me two things. She was like, yeah, she goes, half the people left after that snowstorm because they couldn't, if the water's been off, they got the right to leave and cut the lease. And then the other half, some of the people she said got evicted. And I'm like, how did they get evicted, man? And I do think people are pushing evictions, like
giving evicted right now, right?
That's what I was thinking. But then I start thinking about it. Maybe you're hitting people with the notice to vacate, and some people might not know the law, and so they just leave. So I don't know if apartment complexes are doing that. I mean, I don't know, but I could see apartment complexes taking advantage of people. I don't know if they're doing that, but
Mm-hmm. Man, I know a good play right now will probably be because the moratorium is going to come to an end eventually, right? So there's a lot of these landlords with renters that have been there for a fucking year and paid them shit. And so if you can get a hold of some of these landlords that are in a bad situation and say, hey, I'll buy your house as is with the renters inside, you're going to get a chunk of money. You're done with this losing money every month fiasco. Ooh. I know. Have a nice heart-to-heart talk with the with the renters. Say, listen, all that back rent, I don't give a shit. Just start paying me what you can month one, and I ain't gonna evict you when the moratorium ends, and then we'll rework something else. Of course, when a moratorium ends, get them the hell out of your house. But I'm just saying that might be a play.
It could be, but this is one thing I was thinking about. and I forgot who said this. They said this is what you have to think about. But I was on Bigger Pockets. I've been on Bigger Pockets real tough lately. I've been meeting some heavy hitters on there too, but I've been on the Bigger Pockets forums, and somebody brought up a good point about the moratorium. He goes, we have to still think about the moratorium like this. He goes, okay, the day they cut the moratorium, you still got to go down there, file the paperwork for the eviction. They're going to be backlogged as hell because of all the paperwork. He goes, you can possibly do that. He goes, you might be better off just waiting till blood's in the streets and them people just, hey, this shit's in the auction or you know what I mean? Or you can just get it on a sub 2 or something like that. Cause that was one thing I didn't think about it either, but that could work, but you just got to know how long that eviction process is going to take.
Cash for keys, that shit, man.
That too. You could cash for keys it. There
Maybe
you
buy the house from the people, go in there and talk to these renters and say, hey, man, $5,000 in your pocket if you bounce today. I don't know. That's a lot of money to some people.
Yeah, right? Somebody 5G, somebody would do it, especially if they ain't been working. Yeah, cash for keys will work. That's a good one. See, and that's why I like stuff like this because you got to get creative and strategic, Right. Because I'm about to start after I get these ones up, I'm gonna start looking for another BRRRR property. I've been watching a few of them come up, but yeah, man, and then I'm also, man, I'm this close to selling my damn house, dude. Next door just sold their house for $280. 3-bedroom house, 2 baths, way smaller than mine. I'm like, yo, wow. So,
dude, you can Grant Cardone some shit because right now you can rent a badass house cheaper than a freaking mortgage would cost because the prices are.
Go ahead.
I'm just saying, if you wanted to, like you said, sell your house, get that big old chunk of money, and then go rent a badass place until all the dust settles and what goes up must come down. This is ridiculous.
Exactly. The bubble's crazy, man.
But I've seen some badass houses for rent for fucking cheaper than a mortgage, man. I'm like, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I just like, man, I could live in that house and just rent this one out or.
My thought process was this, really. If I was to sell, I sell. Go live in like a 3-bedroom apartment for a little minute, live there for a minute, and then BRRRR a house, and then buy it, rehab it, live in it, refinance it, get a hell of a rate on the refi because I live in it, and then do it that way. And then the house looks exactly how you want it because you just rehabbed it to how you want it to be. So I was thinking about that.
Get a house built. You can get a house built wherever you want. Brand new house.
Yeah, it's expensive though, man. You know me, I'm a cheapskate. I like to have something nice at a cheap price.
Well, yeah. If you could tell them to build a separate house out back, there you go.
That too, and and that's something we were talking about. A lot of people are moving out to Waxahachie for that reason. They got all that land out there, man. They move out to Waxahachie, get a nice house built, put another house on the back. They chilling. So yeah, it's a bunch of things to consider, man.
So I was meaning to ask this Andrew Kitchell, who was supposed to be the guest today, couldn't make it. He'll hop on next time, I'm sure. I was meaning to ask him what he thinks if this whole remote work thing will stick. And so I'll ask you that because you've been working remote for a while, right?
I'm happy you bring that up because my job, they actually just started pushing for everyone to come back into the office. And, they already have the managers back in. They have days they swap out or whatever. But I don't know. I think certain companies, this is how I feel about it. I think the innovative companies are going to be like, forget it, work from home. Because one, we ain't got to pay these more, these leases and mortgages, whatever else, So they're like, forget it, work from home. Everyone's efficient. Let's do it that way. But a lot of companies aren't. But I don't know. This is what I don't know. I don't know the percentage of companies that are innovative and saying, hey, let's stay at home. And then out of that percent, would it be enough to create a marketplace for it? You know what I mean? Because I think that's what I don't know. I haven't done the research and the details on that. And I'm pretty sure you do a LinkedIn search and start finding out, where jobs are pointed. I know the big wigs, the Netflixes, the Googles, they all for you working at home,
Right.
But right now, there's still a market for that. I got friends who've been in Mexico for a whole damn month, and just like working from over there. But I mean, it's becoming the norm. I mean, if I owned a company to where I had remote workers, I'd push for it. I mean, people are happier that way, man.
You could pay them less than a company that makes them go to work, and you'll still get them because, hey, man,
Exactly.
you don't have to come to the office. I'd rather have that job than make 10 grand more at a place where I have to go every freaking day.
Exactly. And I tell people, man, you got to start thinking about being innovative like right now. And I know my job, they were saying if we're going to do it, I think they're going to say, they said we'll allow people to have one remote work day a week. And I'm like, damn. But, and you got to think about it like from a financial standpoint of your workers. They aren't on the road. They aren't burning gas. They aren't ripping and running, have to drop their kids off at school, got to do this. Man, it's just been such a simple process. And I do think a lot, I'll say this. I could see a shift in the workplace for the places that are going to require their people come back. Meaning I could see people going for remote positions and you already see it on LinkedIn. Like every LinkedIn job that comes across, I know in my field of work, which is engineering, it's, hey, X amount of dollars per year remote. And they put remote in there on purpose because they're letting you know, hey, you don't have to come into the office. So
that's awesome, dude.
and it is. I think it's just where the world is going, man. Think about it. This whole year, the world changed. The world literally changed. Everything's virtual. Like I closed on houses through a computer screen, like through a dude in Florida who's on a computer screen being a notary. It's just look at the jobs it's created, though. Look how many people went and got their notary license simply because of the pandemic.
You got to tell us that notary story that you alluded to online.
Oh my God. Dude, this I ain't gonna say the name, but this not notary company, but this title company, man, they just were all over the place on closing day, man. They were sending me all the documents that needed to be notarized. I'm like, I'm not a damn notary, man. A notary's online. You can literally get a notary online to notarize paperwork, and we all sit online and do it. I mean, I've done like 3-4 refinances this whole damn pandemic. So I mean, it ain't that hard, but yeah, it's just like, dude, some people don't. And that's what I mean by innovative. You have to be innovative. You have to know what's changing, what's going on, especially if you want your business to grow, you have to be constantly changing with the world, man. Mm. And by the way, that's a plug for you guys. If you guys want to make some damn good additional income, get your notary license. Like I know your wife, she's at home with kids. She can make a shitload of money if she get her notary license.
Really?
All she needs is a laptop.
Oh, she can do it online. She don't have to go nowhere.
Yep. Yeah, write that one down. If you want to make some money, get you a notary license.
Cool.
But so like with your business, you said that you slowed down. What did you slow down? Why did you slow down?
Well, I'll say it. I mean, I was hitting it pretty hot and heavy until Mexico.
Okay.
And then of course, I was gone for a week or a little bit longer than a week over there, and I just didn't give me time to sit back and reflect. And so, I mean, I still went and saw some places and still, striking out left and right. But it's funny. I'm revisiting one thing that we talked about early on in the shows is, I started seeing all these articles, how there's a shortage in the U.S. of rental cars. Because a lot of these, rental car places sold off a lot of their inventory because of COVID and all that stuff. So, anyways, there's a shortage of them and they're expensive, and you see these long ass lines at these places. So, I think it might be time for Turo to start, taking off as what it's been, promised to be. And I told Federico, maybe we should get a couple Turos, man. And he's all down for it. Yeah. So I went ahead and got pre-approved just to try one out and see how it goes. And so of course, Wait a
minute. Let's start off on the right page.
Yeah.
Don't put it in your name. Go get your LLC. Go to BBVA Bank, and they will help you put a car in your business name. I'll even plug you up with the lady. Her name's Shalana.
Even though we don't have business credit.
Work with her. Just tell her, hey, I don't have business credit. She might tell you how to get it, so you can get it in your business name.
Okay, text me that or her.
Yeah, I'll send you her info. She's a BBVA contact. And by the way, everybody out there, BBVA will help you get a car out of your personal name and into your business name if you need it to be done.
Oh, nice.
You just need to make a business account with them. One thing I'll tell you, yeah, go ahead and start everything off right in your business name. Don't get nothing to pre-approve, because what you're doing is, because you eventually want to buy houses again, right?
Right.
When you start getting like cars, all that stuff, you don't want that stuff on your DTI, man. Yeah, you want to keep it. That's why that's the power in business credit. You can keep it off your DTI. So that house that I rehabbed, and I rolled all the furniture costs and I rehabbed it, I did it with a business line of credit. So when I refinanced the house and they pulled my credit, they couldn't see it. Yeah. So,
Nice.
Yeah. But yeah, go ahead. What were you saying?
Oh yeah, so that's what we were talking about. Let's try a Turo. Maybe we can get a couple of them, and just it might be the right place at the right time for a successful Turo business.
Have y'all thought about doing HireCar instead?
See, and we talked about that too, because Tiano has the plug on that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the guy's out in Atlanta right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he'd have, he'd walk you through the whole. We actually we checked out his video. I think we talked. Yeah, we scheduled it. We talked to him.
Okay.
But we, he'd run everything from Atlanta. So all her cars. Well, she's in Atlanta too, right? Yeah. And so we'd get a car or a couple cars or whatever through them, and they'd have the fleet of our cars over there, and they'd run everything there, and they rent them out to people there. So we would never even see the car, which. Nothing wrong with that either, right? So they have a spot. I guess they take care of them, they maintenance them, and they wash them and all that stuff, and they rent them out, and they utilize HireCar for all that. Mm-hmm. So I told Federico we could look into that too, and we wouldn't have to have a middleman, if we could do HireCar here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so we could just deal directly with whoever's going to rent the car long term from us.
What I would tell you to do. If you go up and down Division in Arlington, there's a bunch of deadbeat car lots out there.
Deadbeat car lots.
Like they ain't making no money. That's serious. So this is my play, and I'll let you in on it too if you want to do it. My next door neighbor owns a car lot up there on Division. He actually owns a car. Man, he owns a car lot. He owns a barbershop. He owns a bunch of different businesses.
Nice.
But his car lot, and I asked him if I could do it. I said, hey, man, could you charge me to keep my cars on your lot when I start your HireCar? And then I'm like, you already have the place manned, right? He goes, yeah, it's manned all the time. He goes, whenever, And I was like, well, could you charge me and you just take care of the car? Because he has a full-blown service. They clean, wash cars and everything. I'm like, damn, I could partner with him. So you could partner with one of them car lots. And my neighbor, he's down. He's already down to do it. Yeah, he buys and sells cars. Because I told him, I'm like, man, if you buy and sell these cars and these cars are moving slow, you might want to rent them out on HireCar because he already has the inventory. You know what I mean?
Right.
So he can give you the car buying game, and you just give him the rental game. You got a partnership. Yeah, man.
There you go. I like these partnerships, man.
Man, that's how you go.
Yeah, because that is the biggest headache in all this is the turnover on the car. How are you going to handle the turnovers? And so that would be perfect. They took care of it and everything and washed it and get it ready for the next person.
Exactly. And his detailer is a hell of a dude. He details our car. Hell of a dude.
Oh, wow.
he details the shit out of the inside of a car.
And how much does that cost?
He only charges us $60 for a full detail.
$60 in and out?
Yeah, $60 in and out. Man, you'll be shining inside, shining, cleaned out, like smell like a brand new car.
Wow. Is that y'all's price or does he charge everybody the same price?
I don't know. It might be our price.
The hookup?
Yeah, it might be the hookup. But I mean, think about it. But he don't mind it. I mean, if you tell him, hey, 60 and we got 10 cars on a lot, shit, he might come down even lower,
Right.
So
the thing is, if he has space for a fleet of cars,
he does. That's why I asked him. I'm like, man, without like 10 of them, because I can tell you where his car lot is. It's right there off Division, like right by the stadium. So he has the space. The thing that I was thinking about is just I don't know the times of the pickups and drop-offs, and I also don't know. Now, one thing I did hear about HireCar, I heard they keep them a longer time. Because I talked I think I talked to Tiana, and she was like, she hadn't seen one of her cars in a month, which is good, so which is a cool thing, you making money, but that's
because HireCar they rent them out and then they turn around and they use them for their Uber or Lyft or Instacart or whatever the hell. See,
and I felt like that was a better business model than Turo because I feel like you're getting a better customer. I feel like it's more business to business than a business to consumer. Because like I was talking on Clubhouse to a group of Turo guys, and the guy was like, "Yeah, man, they gonna mess up your car." He goes, "Bald tires, spinning shit out." I was like, "Oh damn, man!" But he was like, "It's worth the cost in the end." But that's why I was looking more at HireCar because I felt like it was a better business model.
Yeah. Because I mean, we've rented cars before, and we hit a bump too hard to go. It's a rental.
Yeah, it ain't yours. Exactly. It ain't yours. So it's something to think about. So it's interesting.
It's just I was talking to him. I was like, man, I see all these pages. Everybody's getting into Airbnb arbitrage, right? Everybody's getting into, or just Airbnb in general. But a lot of people are like getting hip to the arbitrage game and flooding the markets with the 1 bedroom. So I guess you got, another move would be moving to the 2 bedrooms or 3 bedrooms even. But it's just when everybody's doing one thing going this way, it's not a bad idea to go the other way. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm like, well, everybody's over there focused on arbitrage. Everybody's on Clubhouse, everybody's on all the Airbnb sites, Facebook pages, and just this and that. And I was like, well, everybody's doing that. It's just, like you said, it could be a race to the bottom because then they start panicking and putting the prices really cheap, and you're competing you're trying to get 100 and something a night, and someone, like you said, and someone next door is charging $40 a night. It kind of, when another opportunity presents itself, like this, possibly this Turo thing, there's nothing wrong with, I mean, you're not really juggling too many things, but you just see another opportunity that, hey, maybe not a lot of people are paying attention to this. There's not like 1,000 Turo pages out there. There's 1,000 Airbnb whatever pages out there, but Turo is still kind of a underground thing a little bit. Not a lot of people. Yeah.
And one thing I do feel about Turo and HireCar, I think they're still both in their infancy, simply because they don't even have systems around them yet. From what I'm hearing they don't have automations like Airbnb has. They don't have calendar syncing and all that. Like, I think it's really in its infancy. So like, if you look at like even Airbnb, a lot of it got saturated because all these people putting all these automations behind it. Because it's damn easy to automate a short-term rental nowadays. I mean, there's too many tools out there. You ain't got to take care of messaging. You ain't got to take care of the cleaning. It's so many tools out there, and so get people on board. It's clockwork, So those tools aren't in place yet for like Turo. And that brings me to another share economy tool, which is PeerSpace. PeerSpace would take off immediately if day one PeerSpace would have went with the iCal link. They would have took off immediately. Like it would have been like that immediately. Like, that was all it needed. But I think they're working on it. But yeah, I mean, it's just, car rentals are definitely in its infancy. If you can get in now, get you a fleet up, create a brand behind the fleet, take everything you've learned from Airbnb and apply it to HireCar or Turo, man, you'll be in there because you know how to create a brand. You know how to get customers directly to you. Those things aren't yet there on on Turo and HireCar.
Right.
And if they are, I don't know about them.
Oh, cool. Someone else they talked about hopping on our show. They put a post on, I don't know if it was Airbnb Automated or one of those Facebook pages, but let me pull them up real quick so I can get their name. It's the scooters, like the little like limes and shit like that you ride on, the little scooters you can scooter around town in. I think it's called Mount Scooter Fleet. Anyways, he came on, or he went on there to Airbnb Automated and said, hey, who wants to have a scooter at your Airbnb that your guests can use? And don't worry, we insure it and everything like that. If something happens, it's not under you. And then plus you keep 45% of the profit. So you're providing a free scooter for these people to, well, free. I mean, every time they use it, they're going to pay money. And so I reached out to him and said, hey, that's a good idea. Have some in Dallas that might be in a good location for that. Cause he said, reach out to me and we'll see if the location works.
Talking about Maddie?
Is that Matt? Is that him? You talked to him already?
Not him. The Maddie is also partnered with that group. Yeah. I'm
Matty
working on
Rifkin,
getting that
yeah.
in my Arkansas units. Yeah,
Oh, nice.
yeah, I've had a meeting with her so far, and it sounds good. So we're working on the details on it.
Yeah, did he send you the chart of the pricing and stuff like that?
No, I did a webinar, a Zoom meeting with them.
Okay, yeah.
It was
So
with
there's
Maddie though. But
yeah, that's his name, Maddie.
Maddie,
Yeah,
yeah, I think it's a
Maddie,
girl though.
or it's a girl. Okay, sorry, Maddie Rifkin.
Yeah, Maddie Rifkin.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
that's really a good idea.
that's a real good idea, man.
Hell yeah.
Especially if you're in a good area where they're close to like restaurants, shops, whatever. You can provide that. That'll give you a leg up on your other. That'd be like on my first picture on the first page. Here's the living room. Here's your little scooter sitting there waiting for you. Boom.
Value add, man.
Shit, yeah.
And that goes back to like what Airbnb short-term rentals turn into, value adds, and that's a perfect one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have a little smart car out there for them. Hey, here you go. Fly in. You got everything.
Oh, dude, that's the thing that what an underserved market is, and I was at that investment thing, and Jay brought it up. Electric car chargers. That is a very underserved market right now. Electric vehicles do not have enough stations, and what I found out was Tesla pays people to install those things. Pays people to install those things. They will give you money. I was like, what? I was like, what? Yeah, like, so like these people with like a lot of these commercial land and like building and development, put a damn Tesla charging station on it. They will pay you. So yeah, that's a plug right there.
Now the electricity, you have to pay for that shit though, right?
That I don't know. I'm pretty sure. But shit, if you should be able to cover the cost on that though. If the electricity, and then let's say you're doing a short-term rental with it.
Because you're charging them then. You're charging
them.
them.
I pass it on to the guest.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. They can plug in all they we're gonna charge you for it.
Yeah, that's a good idea. See, that's something I hadn't thought about, the cost of it. Because I know the cost of installing. I think they'll pay you to do that, but yeah, the monthly recurring cost, I never thought about that.
You know what I'm seeing now too? I've gone to some apartments. I wouldn't say ghetto, but a little bit, on the lower end. To go check some out that don't have hookups in the apartments for a washer dryer, but they have like an on-site, washateria type thing. With about, I don't know, 5 or 6 washers, 5 or 6 dryers, but they're all doing the app thing now to pay for your washing machine and your dryer. They're I guess they might still take coins or something, but they do. You download an app, you go in there, and you just pay with your app, and it starts that machine. So I was like, that's pretty cool, So if you are, and I've heard like some people say that people use the hell out of their washer and dryers at their places, right? So that costs money. So if you could start getting that, whatever app operated washer and dryer, and then people have to pay for that shit. I remember you told the story a long time ago. The dude was washing that one work shirt over and over again.
Yeah, like somebody like him. Yeah, you need to charge him, man. Yeah, because it is people that overuse the washer. But I mean, you know what I found out though? That's a pricing thing. If you get a better, how you were saying earlier, it's a race to the bottom. Patience is key nowadays, I noticed too, because if you're willing to keep your price higher and then give a discount, people pay to stay long term, and they'll pay a higher rate. Like we just had a dude book for 77 nights at like 90 a night. I'm like, damn, that's what we want. You know what I'm saying? But we're priced really high, and he got a discount down to 90 a night. Shit, we winning. So yeah. So being patient and not just diving your prices to the bottom, that'll help you too.
Yeah, it's hard to be patient though, right? But it's worth it.
Yeah. You got to use we use a little bit of what's it called, Price Labs, but we have our Price Lab site set real high, and then we also use rule set pricing as well through your porter. So we give like little discounts here and there, but man, it works perfect. Yeah.
Nice, man. Nice. So where is the STR world going, Micah?
It's going to value. Whoever can provide the most value is going to have the best short-term rental in the area, and it's going to who's being innovative. You got to be innovative. You have to have a certain customer that you can target. You need to be networking and partnering, finding people to partner with, like the partnership I told you about with the golf courses. It's just, man, just becoming a business owner. You know, I kept telling people at the beginning of this, man, the short-term rental community or the Airbnb world has created a non-business minded business owner, meaning you're just depending upon Airbnb, and you know it's just not a good thing to do in my opinion. But you know, but you can find success doing that. No, you don't ever get me wrong. You can find success doing that. But like last March hit and people were scrambling.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know, man.
How much Dogecoin did you buy?
I didn't buy any. I heard about it. I seen it going up and down. But now one good thing about these coins, and I think it was Ellie Paget that talked about it on Clubhouse and Facebook, people are starting to accept Bitcoin through their short-term rentals. Mm-hmm. I'm very interested in that. I'm very interested in that. I don't know how you would convert it though, because you still have bills, right? And mortgage company ain't taking no damn Bitcoin, but you know what I'm saying? So I kind of want to see like the logistics of that, because people are starting to do that.
You know, it is funny you should say that, because a friend, I won't even say who it is in the family, a friend, someone in the family, they hit me up and they started asking me about Bitcoin. I was like, oh, what do you want to know? It's like, well, I'm paying for this streaming service, you know, one of those streaming services online where you get all the movies and all that shit, you know, underground, whatever. Yeah. And but they want to do everything through Bitcoin. So they're telling me to get to this site where I can convert, I don't know, I can do something and it pays them out in Bitcoin or whatever. And I was like, oh shit, I don't know. I guess that's good for those streaming, you know, those underground streaming services. There'll be no trace, right? Everything's through the crypto world. But no, but so there is a way. I mean, there's becoming a way to use it more to pay all your shit.
That's interesting.
I was gonna say a friend of the show who wants to be on the show, and it's like, you better hop on the show, man. Do you know Amir Bloom?
Yeah. Talk to me all the time. My H-Town partner.
You see how much money he made in the doggy coin, Dogecoin?
There's some people in my mastermind group, man, that hit big on that doggy coin, man.
Millionaires now. And he said, well, he's already 228. He broke it down. He's a real cool dude. He broke it down for me. Like he said, in 2017 was the first time he became a crypto millionaire. He made, you know, I guess everything shot up in 2017. But he kind of like, the way he invests in crypto, he's not like one of these day traders. He said he'll spread it out over, you know, some coins and just sit and wait, you know, year after year, just sit and wait until one of these explosions happens, just like the Dogecoin, whatever. And so in 2017, everything shot up, and he made almost $3 million in 2017 in fucking cryptos, dude. And so of course he pulled out, you know, about that much and left some on the table still, you know. And so he became a millionaire. Like, he's just saying it all nonchalant. Just became a crypto millionaire in 2017. And then this Dogecoin thing happened. He made like $579,000 off the Dogecoin in 4 hours. He said he bought it like 4 years ago, before it was anything. Before Elon was tweeting about it.
See, you know what? I'm happy he did it the smart way, because I'm hearing Ethereum's next. Now I'm just trying to make a Coinbase account, but they ain't emailing me back. Those sons of bitches. So I might have to do it through a new email.
You can buy it through Robinhood.
Really? Oh no, man! Robinhood be screwing everybody, man. They said Robinhood be robbing the hood.
I like that. You can buy Ethereum on Robinhood. You can buy Dogecoin and of course Bitcoin.
Now, do you all right? Okay, so I can do it on Robinhood. Okay, I'm downloading Robinhood now. Let me get my Face ID in. Okay, so I can do it on Robinhood.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna start doing it then, man. I'm gonna hop in, dude. I'm hopping all the way in. I'm because I was like, man, after Dogecoin hit, I'm like, all right, I gotta get in on this crypto shit. So I was like, man, I ain't missing no more waves.
But I think, I mean, there's a use for it though. There's a use for it, big time.
Okay. See, I missed it. Did you have any Dogecoin or?
Oh, I bought it whenever whenever like the day after, you know.
Oh man.
No, but still, I'm just gonna buy and hold it. I think it's gonna. I think what dogecoin has going for it is it's a celebrity now. Everybody knows about it, and a lot of people are gonna start buying it, right?
Elon,
yeah.
to the moon.
Yeah, to the moon. And then and so I think a lot of what's gonna happen with dogecoin, it already is happening, like snack foods and dog foods and stuff like that are gonna start like putting it on their products. You know, start giving it away. It's only like 32 cents a coin right now, but they're gonna start like affiliate marketing with it. You know, because it is a celebrity. It's a popular thing now. It's a meme. It's a meme stock. If you say, you know, it's a meme stock.
Wait a minute.
But
dogecoin's 32 cents a coin.
It's 32 cents a coin. Yeah.
Okay.
I can go buy you 1,000 of that. and so, anyways. Yeah, it went up to like 40 something like yesterday, but it's like down at like 32 now. But anyways, I think it is gonna get to the $1 mark. I think so, because of the celebrity status, because it's popular. You know. So that's our Bitcoin talk, or that's our crypto talk for the day. Yeah. It's mainstream now. It's mainstream.
Definitely is, man. People hitting off of it. So if I might buy me about 5,000 of that. 32 cents. Shit, man. Boy, man, I'm about to go start hopping on this Robin Hood. Hope they don't rob my ass.
Robbing the hood. I like that.
Yeah, that's what they tell me. They say Robin Hood out here robbing the hood.
Oh man, this is a good show. Good to get back in the saddle, man.
Yes, sir. Good to be back in the LLT studio.
In the LLT studios, yes, sir. Where can people find us?
You can find us on Instagram, Clubhouse, TikTok. Well, I ain't really on TikTok, but Instagram, Clubhouse, Facebook. Yeah, hit us up, email us, liveletthrive@gmail.com. You can find me back on the Bigger Pockets forum. I've been on there tough again, man, meeting some incredible people, blowing my mind with their knowledge. So, yeah, man, you can hit us up. You can follow us. By the way, if you send me a friend request on Facebook, please say you're a fan of the show or something. Like, it gets kind of weird with all the people sending the Forex traders and they're sending you friend requests. So I need to make sure I know you or you know of me, because, yeah, those weirdos are out there. So
yeah, and if you're wearing a thong, guy or girl, I'm probably not going to approve you. I just examine the page a little bit, make sure. No. Oh, man. Yeah, this is a great show. It's fun doing this. I always learn a lot from talking to you. Are you still heavy on the Clubhouse?
I've been on and off. I hopped on today. Talked with a friend of the show. I hopped in one of his rooms. Fearless Kyle. So y'all definitely tune in. Kyle Stanley. So I definitely was on stage with him, and we had a real good convo. Talking about branding, talking about which is the best, arbitraging, buying, or co-hosting. And I am really tempted to hop into this co-host model after these next ones. I'm gonna let y'all know about that, because I am hearing the risks are way lower, and I believe it. So,
yeah, big time.
Yeah, because I know 2 people became millionaires off co-hosting. So, yeah,
we had one on our show, Julie George.
2 on our show.
Oh, 2 on our show.
Julie and what's her name from Colorado?
Oh crap! I'm bad with names.
Ziana McIntyre. There we go.
Ziana. Oh yeah, Ziana.
They all co-host, man. I was like, I need to look into this. So I'm gonna I'm gonna get my spectacles on and do a little research.
Hell yeah. Well, cool. It's been a great show. We'll see y'all on the flip side.
We are out.
Later.
Thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of Live, Let, Thrive. Be sure to tune in next week for all the latest in the world of Airbnb and all that entails. Bye-bye.